Confidence isn't just how you look, it's how you feel. From subtle, natural aesthetics to personalized wellness care, everything we do is intentional. This is beauty with purpose. At Vibe Men's Health, we take that same approach. We focus on what matters most: strength, energy, and performance. Built on real data, real medicine, and real results, we're here to help you look better, feel stronger, and live fully. Come vibe with us today.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Well, welcome in here to the Room to Room Weather Center for Mississippi Live Weather at 10. We are officially just about 12 hours away from those showers moving in to the North Mississippi area, bringing us some showers and storms right here to the Magnolia State. As we look here at the 10 o'clock hour, we're going to be tracking a multitude of things, but what that starts with is some good news. I don't want to overlook the good news with this setup. We're getting rainfall, impactful rainfall at that, with over a half inch in some spots. I believe over an inch in some spots is not out of the realm of possibilities, depending on how those heavier showers line up. And who gets it? Well, it's almost a jackpot at this point, but nonetheless, we are expecting everyone to get rainfall. Who gets the most? That's where it's up in the air. So we will, of course, track that out for you here in the Room to Room Weather Center. But we do want to emphasize the big stories tonight. Dry overnight. Not expecting any showers for any of those late night plans. If it's Friday night, I know folks looking to stay out a little bit later are going to be good to do so. Showers do start early for some, isolated in fashion, building in those chances by the afternoon. And that's where we expect peak impacts by the afternoon. As the peak heating of the day, the unstable air here in North Mississippi takes full advantage of that frontal system and gives us those showers and storms. Fortunately, not anything like what they're dealing with up north right now. We still see tornado warnings in Illinois, and I believe a few more out there towards Missouri as well, as this line has been an active producer, producing storm after storm across the Midwest and the Ohio Valley. This was actually video sent into us by some of our viewers up there, up towards the north, and that is up there towards Lena, Illinois, and that is submitted by Ryan Harrison with Remington Rosenau, and there are storm chasers up there in Wisconsin, and just a terrible sight right there with the tornado on the ground, getting video of it destroying the shed off there in the distance, some of the power lines, as well as some of those trees being knocked over. So prayers for everybody up there, but fortunately everyone looks to be okay tonight there in Illinois, but you can see just some of the damage that's left behind, including at the school. We'll work to get a post up later of some of the damage close by to the school as well. I have a roof actually being ripped off. As you go a little bit more towards the north, Plainview, Minnesota, this was actually up there towards Cream, Wisconsin. So right along that county line in Buffalo County, but the Wisconsin Sheriff's Office, or Buffalo County Sheriff's Office, submitting these photos. And you can see the damage at the roof and the farm completely wiped off the slab. Belton, Missouri, seeing a ton of damage as well. This submitted by Charlie Mazzell over there in Missouri. And I know a few folks up here, and unfortunately they were 2 miles away from the tornado touchdown, but you can see the insulation ripped off, the roofs ripped off, and actually had a trailer that was blown into a home as well. So not exactly what you want to be dealing with on a Friday afternoon, and our thoughts and prayers are with everyone up there. This was a video submitted earlier as well. Rochester Airport showing a very tight rotating tornado out there towards Rochester, Minnesota. That one was by the airport. Another one actually closer to the town of Rochester, and those videos submitted by Joe letting us know what's happening up there. He was driving right along I-90 showing us all of that damage and got 2 tornadoes out of it. So a very active environment, to say the least. Montana, Wisconsin showing this damage, and this was a farm out there closer to the Cream, Wisconsin area that we mentioned a moment ago. And those photos submitted by Derek of the tree damage, the farm damage, just a lot of damage. And that was key to their setup, but we knew that it was going to be a bad setup going into today. They were up to a level 4 threat for our area tomorrow, not under a severe weather threat, so hopefully that continues to remain the case. And as of right now, I believe it will trend that same way. So as we track this front out, we're continuing to remain dry here in North Mississippi, but that first 12 shows showers moving in as early as 8 a.m. I told you, isolated fashion, 20% right there by 8, continuing to climb in that coverage by those lunchtime hours. So timing that out on Futurecast, some of that cloud cover building overnight. We have this southerly flow allowing for that moisture to return, but getting into those morning plans depends on where you're at. If you're in Northwest Mississippi, that's where this initial line of showers will start to move in, and that coverage continues to increase. So I have some morning plans outside tomorrow. I'm hopeful that they can get done, but it depends on where these showers do set up. So have that Mississippi Live Weather app. We'll let you know in advance of when those showers are moving in. Gives you about a 10-mile heads up. So a decent heads up for any of those outdoor plans if you do have any for the start of our Saturday. We're 65 Water Valley and Grenada, 66 New Albany, 65 Boonville, and 62 down there towards Columbus, and 61 Macon. So what I have for you right here is similar to what we did at 6 o'clock, but with the updated model runs. It's overlapping the fuel, the CAPE that we call it, with our reflectivity, and that's reflectivity is what you usually see with those greens, yellows, and reds showing up. So right here, you see the CAPE, very limited for those morning hours, so we're not going to get significant thunderstorm activity. But getting into those afternoon plans, this CAPE does not stand out as overly impressive. To give you perspective, we have a level 2 threat up there towards the north. That's way better returns. I say better for the storms to be producing and stronger. So better for the storms, not better for us. I apologize for using that word. But at least higher CAPE, higher fuel for folks in Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky. That's why they have a severe weather risk. Even down there towards the south and west, down there towards Waco and San Angelo, Texas, you can see that there's way more of that unstable air that they can take advantage of. So that's why they are under a severe weather threat. Here in North Mississippi, if our fuel was even a few notches higher, then we'd be looking at least a marginal risk here in our area. But since it's not, and since our fuel is pretty much lacking, then that's why I don't believe we're going to get any severe storms. Strong storms not out of the question, but severe storms, I think we stay out of that threshold. So right here, you're going to look at the cold front as it passes on through North Mississippi, and there, you're finally getting some of that fuel increasing, and that's where we'll get some of these thunderstorms to pop up. Actually, I blocked it a moment ago. I was trying to show the fuel, and it went ahead. So let me pull this back up and we'll time it out. So right here, towards the afternoon hours, late afternoon, early evening, we get these cells to pop up, taking advantage of that fuel, showing what a little bit of fuel will do. So the fact that we're limited is a good thing. It's going to help prevent these storms from being much more than that. And even if this one were to be on the stronger side, we're talking 40-mile-an-hour winds below severe limits and some of that small hail possible, but I'm expecting a large part of that to be below severe limits, fortunately, here for North Mississippi. So if I'm having audio issues, let me check it here in the chat real quick. My wife was letting me know. Okay, so it looks, okay, so far so good. But let me know in the chat if there is any audio issues, and I'll try to address that. I've restarted the system, hopefully, for some of the jumping that we dealt with at 9, but everything looks like it's running smoothly right now. But let me know in the chat so that way I can make sure everything's running good for you guys. We're 82 in Tupelo, 80 Boonville and Iuka for your Saturday afternoon. Mid-80s still sticking around because the front will not have cleared the Golden Triangle, so we're going to reach peak heating of the day and right around where we've been the past couple of days. But up there towards the north and west, that's where things are getting a little bit better. Cooler, I mean, because we're going to be topping out in the upper 70s due to the rain-cooled air, but also due to the effects of the front. So that'll start to clear out as we enter to our Saturday night and into our Sunday morning, taking a large part of these rain chances with it. So while we're going to bed with some soggy skies, waking up and heading off to church should be a thing we look forward to. Well, we should always look forward to it, but really into this Sunday because it will be dry. And not only will it be dry, it will also be clear and a little bit cool as well. We're 46 degrees, Oxford and New Albany, a significant drop from where we've been at for the past few mornings. 46 Eupora, 48 Starkville and Columbus. We're 50 Belzona and Greenville. Well below our average. How long has it been since we've been able to say that? Well, we can for our Sunday, so get out there and enjoy it. Your Sunday continues to stay dry, and that cloud cover that we're seeing at the start of the day, although it should be a little bit thin, begins to thin out way more, and it'll be non-existent heading into our Sunday afternoon. So as you wrap up those church services and you're making lunch plans, should be considered to maybe take a lunchtime picnic, anything like that. Head off to the park. Should be a good-looking sky to do so. Sunny skies do stick around, and that's what we get to enjoy heading into our Sunday evening. So a beautiful day in store after what will be a soggy Saturday. Your Monday stays dry as well with plenty of sunshine, and as we head into... All right, everything looks good. Okay, sweet. Wanted to check. So as we head into next week, continues to be clear, dry, and beautiful conditions, and those temperatures do warm back up. So for any folks that were excited to have some warmer temperatures and are sad to see them go heading into Sunday, don't worry. The cold spell will only last a couple of days, and then we'll start to trend back to our what feels like normal for this year, which is well above average for what it should be. But getting into the end of the week with that moisture and warmer air returning, then our storm chances do return as well by Friday, and those rain chances do eventually come back around. And those rain chances next week, look even better than this week, meaning higher outputs of rainfall, meaning exactly what we need, getting a ton of rainfall here in North Mississippi. And that's what we want out of this. That's why I wanted to say, don't overlook the positive in the fact that we're getting showers tomorrow. You don't have to water your plants. That's a party in my book. Hey, it's Friday night. I know everyone's out there partying right now. It's a party in the Room to Room Weather Center talking about some rain chances. So coming up in the next 60 seconds, we're going to talk the latest on that severe weather risk, our confidence levels with where things stand. So keep it here for the very latest. But before we go, put those questions down in chat, and we're going to answer those coming up after the break of tomorrow's threat, tomorrow's confidence, tomorrow's timing, whatever you guys want to know. We will talk the latest details on here in the Room to Room Weather Center. So drop it in chat, and we'll have that full discussion coming up here in the next 60 seconds.
When something this big comes crashing into your life, it's not just metal that takes the hit. It's your time, your health, your future. And the companies behind it, they're already protecting themselves. You need someone who knows how to stand up to them. I'm Casey Lott. If you've been injured in a truck accident, call me today.
As a bankruptcy firm, Mitchell, Cunningham & Bowling realizes many people are worried about their finances. We're here to guide you through the next steps to restart your life with easy video appointments. New clients don't have to leave home to get information about becoming debt-free. Also, convenient in-office appointments are available at the low cost of $340 upfront for a Chapter 13. You can be on your way to being debt-free. Contact Mitchell, Cunningham & Bowling today or visit our website at mcdebtfree.com. We are here to help you.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
So where does our confidence stand with tomorrow's event? It's not very high. As you can see, we are level 1 confidence on all of our severe weather thresholds. And even then, some of our severe weather thresholds I would almost put at a 0. We just don't have 0 on the graphic. But we're not talking tornadoes tomorrow, and we're not really talking severe wind gusts. We will see some strong winds, about 30, 40 miles an hour, and the peak impacts, might I add. That's not going to be consistent. And then some small hail is possible, again, with those peak impacts once again. We are potentially getting up to 1 to 2 inches, but really the large part of us staying below 1 inch across North Mississippi. And here's the latest look at the Storm Prediction Center severe weather outlook. We talked that latest risk towards Waco and San Angelo, a little bit more of a primed environment, but as we look up there towards the north and east, Pittsburgh, Lexington, they're under that level 2 and level 1 threat. It's out of our area here in North Mississippi, and we measured it out at 9 o'clock. Let's go ahead and do that again. The closest we are to that severe weather threat, 170 miles. So this is not expected to extend south and west. I don't think the fuel lines up to where they would do that because we need fuel in order for strong storms to form. And being that our fuel is lacking, I don't really expect severe storms. Strong storms not possible, but severe, I don't think we get up to that threshold. So Jason asking, when would you estimate the wind starting? So let's go ahead and go back up to Futurecast. And I'm going to put it on manual mode so that way we can go through it. And as we look right here, getting into our Saturday afternoon, you can see that the fuel is just lacking. Like, this is not an impressive return by any means. To give you perspective, let me see if I can take it back. Unfortunately, it'll go only to tomorrow, or till tomorrow morning. But the fuel up there in the north was insane. That's why they've had so many tornado warnings. That's why they've had so many of those damaging wind gusts and so many of those large hailstones as well. So our fuel is lacking, but as we get into the afternoon, that fuel does eventually increase a bit. You can see those brighter reds returning, even a bit of those oranges showing up right along the Mississippi Delta. This is when I expect storms to start firing off a little bit better, meaning that they're going to not only form, but potentially increase in strength. And what that means is that we could be talking some of those stronger wind gusts getting into those afternoon and evening hours. What stands out right away is this storm right here towards the Golden Triangle. We have these 3 cells that begin to develop, and whenever we get those deeper reds showing up, that's where it does show me that these have higher storm tops. Usually they line up that way, higher storm tops, and that does also increase the storm's potential, strong potential. And that's where I wouldn't be shocked at all if we get a few small hail reports towards West Point and Starkville if this lineup does verify. But we could also get some of those stronger winds as well as those downbursts happen down here at the surface. So that's where we could be talking winds 30, 40 miles an hour. But back behind it, I don't want to overlook this either. What we could potentially be getting back behind it are some of those stronger winds. So forgive me, it's going to do something confusing for a second, but I promise you it has a purpose. So there we go. Let's go ahead and put it on national radar. Unfortunately, we'll not have surface analysis on this, but I'm going to put it on national radar. And you can see where these storms are lining up, right? There's your cold front right along that boundary. Okay, I'm going to hold my finger here, and we're going to change this over to wind. So right behind that cold front, exactly what I was expecting, we are going to get strong gusts back behind this. So strong gusts being, let's just measure them out, 40, 50 miles an hour, not impossible behind that front. That's what a cold front does, especially one of this magnitude. You're going to get that cold air surging into the area where the cold front just moved through. So that's why we're dipping those temperatures pretty quickly over a 12-hour span. And that's why we're going to be waking up Sunday morning with long sleeves on, to say the least. But those 40 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts, those could be damaging as well. We've seen sporadic power outages form behind cold fronts of this magnitude, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if we're dealing with that as well. So once the cold front clears, we're going to be getting some of those stronger winds back behind it. Our meteorologist, Caleb Edelblut, will be tracking those power outages because I would not be shocked if we were dealing with a few sporadic outages heading into your Saturday evening, even into your Saturday night, unfortunately. We are in Itala County and an RV awning is my concern. If there's a way to put your awning up, I would go ahead and do so because you guys can just hunker down inside the RV. But yeah, I would get why you would be concerned with that. Overnight, I would definitely put it up if these winds do move in right behind it. So just stay aware of that and stay safe. If you don't have to have it out, I wouldn't have it out. But I get it. You want it for cover, for the rainfall. So I know you're kind of between a rock and a hard place. But I would say to err on the side of caution, just not extend it once that front fully reaches you and even behind it as those strong gusts enter back behind. So as we look at that 7-day pattern, that 7-day forecast, we do get that cooler air, like I mentioned, surging behind that cold front and those drier conditions as well. Temperature-wise, it's going to be cool heading into Monday as well, so keeping those long sleeves around, but it should be a beautiful and dry pattern over the next several days once this frontal boundary does clear. Our meteorologist, Caleb Edelblut, will be live in studio as needed through your Saturday with the whole team monitoring it 24/7. So don't have to worry about anything catching you by surprise. We will have updates as needed as we go about those afternoon plans. So if you're looking of when to put the awning up, well, we'll tell you that too. So I appreciate that, Jason, and appreciate the question. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to forward it to us here on, I'm sorry. Sorry, he said exactly my predicament, talking about the rainfall and the wind as well. So yeah, I would say you could have it out with those morning showers by the afternoon. I would plan on, wrapping things up there in Itala County. So yeah, so we're going to be here live as needed. And I appreciate you guys for supporting us, trusting us. I promise we'll keep you guys safe. We try to every event, and so far we've been successful. So we'll continue to do that heading into our Saturday. So keep it here for the very latest. Make sure to download that Mississippi Live Weather app. I told you yesterday it was your homework. Well, now it's your homework again. I'm sorry, I'm assigning homework on the weekend, but it's a good homework assignment because it benefits you. Downloading that Mississippi Live Weather app keeps you guys safe, keeps you informed, and it lets you know when those storms are moving in before they even do. So download that today. Go ahead and have a weather call as well, so that way it can keep you updated on the storms here in North Mississippi. We'll give you a call of when to expect that and, of course, keep you updated. But we'll be live as needed through your Saturday. And, of course, our broadcast schedule is at 6, 9, and 10 on our Saturday evenings with Caleb. So he'll be happy to talk to you then. But if he has to talk to you a little bit extra, I know he likes to talk. So he will go live as needed to walk you guys through these storms. So appreciate Caleb, appreciate his hard work, appreciate all the team's hard work throughout this week and heading into the weekend. Continue to say a prayer for folks that are up north dealing with the effects of the strong storms from this week. Not only today, but throughout this week, there's a lot of damage to clean up. And we're grateful it's not us, but we still care about others here and our neighbors here in the United States. So make sure to say a prayer for them, think about them, and be grateful for how calm we've been this week. We'll see you back here at 6, 9, and 10 on your Saturday. Have a superb Saturday, a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you here.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. We knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Lawpon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Lawpon has proven himself trustworthy